Here it is, over 2 years in the making. We closed the door to 150 years of a rich history of advocacy, of struggle, of triumph, and of unionism. Today we open the door to a new chapter.
We know that successful and sustainable improvement can never be done to or even for educators. It can only be done by and with them. With this strategic plan as our guide, the California Teachers Association will once again lead the way.
If you think about our historical beginnings in terms of John Swatt and public education in California, we've been in it since the beginning based upon what we do in communities as teachers. And so I think it's inherent in who we are. We're tied to making sure that the funding is there, and that's back to our historical piece, to educate our students. And the demographics of our population has changed and is changing, and we need to change in that way. And I think community engagement gives us an opportunity to really connect at the local level for our parents, our students, as well as our members.
We're taking back our profession. We're taking back this whole idea of the significance and the greatness of public schools, and we are going to be setting this agenda, and we're going to empower not only our members, but we're going to empower our communities, and I really strongly believe in that.
One of our major parts of this was to make it student-centered, put the focus on students, student learning, and make that the basis of everything we do.
And so coming together and really looking at all these issues, talking to members, getting their input, finding out what really drives them, what they want to see. It's just really exciting to have kind of a roadmap for where we're going and to come up with the 8 strategic focus areas.
The 8 focus areas center around transforming our education profession.
Our goals are to transform the profession by facilitating the networks of professional collaboration among locals and throughout the state to establish the highest quality in education and increase the capacity of educators to determine the most effective approach to the slew of things facing us every day.
Advocacy.
They wanted to see advocacy that was very proactive. Get off defense, get on offense, start doing and being the voice of students and educators.
Organizing and engaging members in the work of the union.
An organizing culture is a way of life. It's a culture where members are engaged in their unions, where members have made and build a relationship with their unions versus standing back waiting for a service to be rendered to them from that union.
I'm always looking for ways to become more of an advocate about our profession and build the relationship within our union. In that committee, we really talked a lot about being advocates for ourselves as professionals and the work that we're doing every day in our classrooms. And I think that will eventually help us to be even more powerful for our membership.
Community engagement.
A lot of our folks have really been talking about how do we really engage the community and actually really build partnerships, which we feel a lot of times are lacking. So I think for me, that's probably the most exciting part, to really build those community partnerships.
Moving forward, and as we see that pension reform, we see the local control funding formula, and we see these big issues that are popping up. I think we have to have some local organizing that's going on, not just in campaign mode, but all the time. Have it living, breathing there in the community, because at the end of the day, we're the teachers that are most trusted in those communities, but we also do the work that we need to do with their community.
Equity and social justice.
The social justice, equity, and diversity component of this strategic plan secures CTA's place in union history and stands as a model for social justice activism.
Growing new leaders.
We took a look at leadership, pathways to leadership, existing pathways to leadership, and potential new pathways to leadership. We also took a look at roadblocks. Are there roadblocks that are existing now within CTA that need to be moved out of the way in order for people to become leaders in CTA? We took a look at ideas like diversity. What are things that we can do to proactively promote diversity in CTA?
Aligning CTA structures to best meet the needs of our members.
The emphasis given on working through from the locals to the state organization is just really exciting.
By having our members engaged at every single school site, and our members in school sites then pushing up and really pushing this organization to address those issues in a way where our organization is not about just what happens in Sacramento, but what happens at every school site.
I'm so excited that all of our members will have a voice in how their union moves forward. To be able to bring this to my members who are ESP members, and they know that this is part of them and it comes from them as well, and they get to help move the plan forward for a bigger, stronger union. I'm so excited.
What we're talking about in this plan is getting everybody involved, getting everybody's point of view, making sure that at the locals, leaders can be anybody, and bringing everybody forward. So I think it'll help special education teachers.
This is our time to demonstrate to our sisters and brothers in charters and higher ed, ESPs and substitutes, that as members of a union, they are protected as they stand up and advocate for the schools our students need and deserve. If we don't, we all stand to lose.
You heard the passion of the folks on the long-term strategic planning who debated, who argued, who wrote, who went back to committee, who went to you for your opinions, who went to the membership for their opinions, and who came up with a beautiful document of words and visions and ideas. This is not about us in this room. This is about what we leave to the next generation of educational activists. It is about whether we leave advocacy, organizing, collective imagination, solidarity, and social justice. This is no longer the property of the Long-Term Strategic Plan Committee. It is now your plan. It's yours. And it's yours to take out to your members, or it's yours to put on a desk somewhere so that someone could enjoy the lofty ideas that are contained in it. It is about whether or not we make a commitment this morning to do exactly what Joe said. Will we use this document to set people on fire to the next 150 years of the California Teachers Association?